everyone. I'm Dr. Julie Eshleman. I am an autistic researcher who studies disability, inclusion, and public health. And I am making this video to talk a little bit about why autism myths are harmful, even if we mean well. So in my last few videos, I talked about some of the common myths around autism, like the idea that vaccines cause it, and why those claims haven't really held up under serious scientific review. So today I want to talk a little bit more about why that matters, not just because getting the facts right is important, but because it really affects people's lives. Myths can really steer us away from what actually helps. Families who are navigating an autism diagnosis are often doing so while managing a mix of stress and hope and a really overwhelming number of options. I think that it's completely understandable that people explore anything that might help their child thrive. Absolutely. But when disproven theories like vaccines or other so-called miracle cures or snake oils continue to dominate this conversation, they can end up diverting time and energy and funding away from the things that actually do help. So, for example, kind of imagine the possibilities if we focused these resources on things that we actually know make a difference, like better early support for families post-diagnosis, more accessible and inclusive classrooms, adult services that support employment and housing and community life, research into communication supports, mental health, and quality of life improvements. Those are the kinds of investments that really help autistic people and their families to build the lives that they want. And misinformation doesn't just stay on the internet. It has real consequences. It shapes the public opinion and public policies. When autism is framed as something that's caused by harm or damage, it really reinforces some stigma, some fear, and exclusion of disabled people and their families. It can really make families feel ashamed or pressured into treatments that are ineffective or even harmful, or keep them from seeking supports at all. I think that we all deserve better than that. And autistic people certainly deserve to be seen as whole and worthy, not as problems to fix, but as people to support. So I think families should feel empowered to seek out the supports and the treatment that are meaningful and that give them hope. Absolutely. But it's also essential that we as a community focus on what the evidence shows is effective so that hope can also be paired with real impact. I think that we all want the same thing, like real answers, real supports, and a society that includes and values everyone. And to get there, I think that we need to really build on truth and not fear. So if you've been unsure or you just want to do right by the autistic people in your life, thank you so much for being here. Please keep asking questions. Please keep choosing evidence. It really makes a big difference.